Hey, Scott Johnston here. I want to read to you a verse from Ephesians chapter 4, verse 25. It says this, "Therefore, each of you must put off falsehood and speak truthfully to your neighbor, for we are all members of one body." Now, this is really interesting, right? Because Paul is speaking to the Greco-Roman world. Like that's the area, that context that we're in when he's writing this. And so lying, well, that was common practice. That was common in trade and politics and even friendships, which is totally unlike today. But here's what I found that's really, really interesting, right? He's saying, he goes straight into telling truth, like that when we put off the old self and put on the new self, that it's all about, like the first application for us is to put off falsehood and to tell the truth. Now, for some of us, that might seem like a pretty low bar. Like that might seem like, well, why does he just immediately go into truth? Why is that the most important thing to Paul when he's talking about the body of Christ? I don't know if you've ever heard about it before, but I was doing some research and I found that there's a condition out there called congenital insensitivity to pain, or more commonly known as CIP. This condition, at first, based on the surface, what it is that if you have this condition, you cannot feel pain. Now, at first you might be like, wow, that sounds awesome. Like, man, not being able to feel pain, that would be fantastic. And we would think that way at first, but the reality is people who suffer from CIP, it's incredibly serious. They'll have illnesses or injuries that go undetected for a long time. Why? Because their body is not able to warn them that they are in pain. The same is true, I believe, in the body of Christ. When we tell each other lies, whether it's straight out lies, whether it's straight out falsehoods, or we're lying to ourselves, or we're lying in sins of omission, or telling like what we call sometimes little white lies, those kinds of lies, what we're doing is we're actually lying to the body of Christ. We're actually lying to ourselves in the same way that those who suffer from CIP, their bodies are lying to them. And so when Paul is looking at, hey, how do you and I love each other well? Well, we need to speak truth to each other in love. Not from a place of, oh, well, I want you to see me as intelligent or strong and kind. Like, no. From a place of like, hey, if I'm going to speak the truth in love to you, then I need to first speak the truth in love to myself. I need to be able to look at my own self and go, well, Scott, are you going to say this to that person because of what they need to hear? Or are you going to say it because of how you feel, of how you view this, or how you view this stance or this issue, or whatever it is? Lying is not loving. And sometimes we need to do, you and I, what we need to do is we need to look at ourselves, look at our honest motives and our motivations, and do a self-evaluation of going, okay, why am I going to speak the truth in this moment? Because truth without love is just simply harsh. And yet it's so important for us to be able to speak the truth in love to one another. So my encouragement to you and I this week is this: find ways where you can speak the truth in love, or simply just live in the truth by listening to those who are speaking to you. That you would listen with love and gentleness and grace, and do all of this with respect for those people, because they are made in the body. They are made in the image of God. They may or may not be members of the body of Christ, but we are all created in the image of God. And so they do not belong to you, and you and I, we belong to Christ. And so we must treat each other with respect and love as we speak truth. I hope this encourages you today.